Hi, and welcome to Managing My Money with Rosa. Today, I am going to review and track my debt. So, we are moving into March of 2022, and at the end of February, beginning of March, I like to look and see where am I at with my debt pay down. Last month, very slow month, we only made minimum payments on everything. This month, the same thing happened, so my debt isn't decreasing as fast as I would like, but I don't have any extra money to pull from. So this is just a general, let's track where I'm at with bringing that debt down. So if you haven't already, I'd so appreciate it if you'd hit subscribe down below. If you guys would like notifications, make sure you hit the bell so that you can be notified the next time one of my videos posts. And I would love to hear your thoughts on anything about my debt, and if you have any suggestions on ways that I might be able to pay it down a little bit faster. So let's get started. So I currently have no consumer debt. Everything I have it's the house, it's a vehicle, it's student loans, it's RV. So we don't have credit card debt. We don't have store debt. The debt we have is stuff that just has accumulated over the years. So the first is the mortgage. We are almost 12 years into a 30-year mortgage. It's definitely not coming down as fast as I would like for it to. Currently, the new balance on our mortgage is $125,000, 546. Okay, so I think I started all of this off wrong. So $125,546.57. The payment came in, and I like to look and see what was it reduced by, and my mortgage was only reduced by $432.84 with a payment of $1,150. Now when I look last month, I see that it was reduced by $436.64. This is all about what day I pay it on, as to whether they get more principal or whether they get more interest, or whether I get to pay down a little bit more principal. I think I paid this on like the second or third of the month and not the first, as I should have. So they got a little bit more out of me than I would have liked, but at least we're decreasing. The next is our truck. This is my husband's truck. We are so stinking close to being done making payments on it. It has a balance of $1,552.81. It was reduced this month by $319.03, and the payment on this is $330. And again, it's all about what day I pay it. So this was a little bit more than this month, but that's okay. Part of it too is February doesn't have as many days, so I think that may have had some to do with it as well. I don't really know. The car. Now this is my daughter's car. She makes the payments for it. I'm on the loan. I'm a co-signer for her, so I include it in my debt, though it's not a bill I pay, it's a bill she pays. So the car, we still owe $7,480.12. It was decreased by $235.20, and the payment on the car is $300 every month. And again, it decreased by $235, it decreased by $239, so again, not as much. I also have a student loan, and that student loan currently is doing nothing. So it started at $35,574.79. I currently am not making a payment on this. So I originally was making payments on it and then I stopped, and now I'm putting that money into a high interest savings account so that it can work for me. Student loan are still part of the moratorium that went into effect in 2020 when the pandemic hit. So 0% interest. This is not increasing any at all. So instead of paying it down, I decided to earn a little bit of money, and I know it's pennies, but a little bit is more than nothing is my attitude. And I currently am setting aside $210. Now, I have had somebody ask, why don't you just use this to pay down the truck a little faster? Well, I would, but then if the student loan moratorium does not get lifted at the end of April, beginning of May, I don't have that money to bring down my student loan debt. And though I'm setting aside the $210, the point is that if by chance the moratorium is lifted come April, I am going to make a payment in everything that I have set to the side. So at the present moment, nothing is happening with this, but I want the money that I've set aside to be able to bring this balance down instead of paying the truck down. But I think that's a really good idea, but I want to make sure that balance comes down when I do have to start to pay interest on it. And the RV is the last thing that we owe money on, and that is $11,937, and somehow there's no change. That's pretty cool. This came down by $135.62, and the RV payment actually is like 178, I think, 177, 178, but we make a $200 payment on it every month. When we bought the RV, my husband and I agreed that we'd take $100 from his paycheck every time and pay $200. We pay an extra $22 every month on the RV payment. So that's kind of exciting. So it does decrease just a little bit, but again, 135 is what it went down. Last month it went down 157. So sometimes it's really about what day I get in and get it paid. So let's look at my totals. T-O-T-A-L. Oh, sorry, all of a sudden I couldn't spell. So total in debt, we are now at $182,091.29. That is a decrease of $1,122.69, which is down from last month. But again, knowing that each of these was a little bit less than what was reduced last month, that makes sense. And we paid, we're now at 182. We were at 183. So I'm excited. We've still gone down another $1,000. Right now, that is my goal, is to decrease at least $1,000 every month. If the student loan moratorium is lifted, then the goal will be to reduce more than $1,000. The truck officially will be paid off in August. So come August, I will reassess what I think is a reasonable amount that my debt should be reduced. And currently payments, this totals $2,190 a month. And for us, that's a lot of money. That is pretty much, that's my check, plus some other things. So I wish I had extra money to pay down some other things, some of this, but I just can't figure out how to come up with it right now. So unfortunately, I like to look at percentages as well. I think percentages tell you a lot about something's change. M-O-N-T-H-L. Sorry, all of a sudden I couldn't spell that word and talk at the same time. So we reduced percentage-wise by 0.61%. Like last month, that's not even a whole percent. Last month it was 0.63, but again, we paid down more than what we did this month, so it makes sense that this isn't quite, that it's lower than what I paid. And then I want to add something else to this, and I want to watch my yearly percent reduction to see how things change over the year. So I know that monthly, I didn't do so well. However, yearly so far, we are down 1.24%. I guess that's okay. I don't know yet. I've never actually tracked my debt where I look at it this way. I track my debt two ways. I have a printable sheet that tells me what everything is, what the percentage rate I'm paying on everything. Right now the student loan is at 0, so there's nothing filled in there. And then I fill in how much I owe as the months go along. I looked at my total overall debt, and now I've started to add in how much I'm taking down and then the percentage. But I think it's neat to look and see how much each one of these was reduced by, because this, I don't have space for any of that. So I'm kind of doing double duty here. I'm filling this in just as a year at a glance, but then I'm also using my composition book to see, well, why was it only 432 instead of 436? Why was it 319? So I'm looking forward to seeing how it reduces every month and where those differences are. So I'm really looking forward to continuing this process. I just want to say thank you so much for joining me today as I looked at my debt and how I'm doing at reducing it. I hope you have a great day. Bye, guys.